Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कंचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदानेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। बोलो श्री राधे गोलोकानंद भगवान की
जय।
जय।
बोलो श्रीमद् भागवतम की
जय।
हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा रीना जी।
हरे कृष्णा भैया। हरे कृष्णा अनिल जी।
हरे कृष्णा रीना
हरे
जी।
कृष्णा।
Alright, so कल हम लोग we completed 7th अध्याय of 8th skand. Yeah. So we are on the skand 8, which is about withdrawal of the cosmic creations. So far we have completed up to 7 and then we are on the 8. And we have 4 more to go. Yeah. And as we know, how many shloks are there in Srimad Bhagavatam?
18,000.
Yeah. So there are 18,000 shloks in Srimad Bhagavatam and 332 adhyayas. Like in Bhagavad Gita, we have 700 shloks and 18 adhyay. Srimad Bhagavatam is 18,000 shloks and 332 adhyay. We are on Canto 8, and yesterday we completed 7th chapter where Lord Shiva saves the universe by drinking poison. Yeah, that's when we start calling Shivji Bhagwan also gets the name as Neelkant because the neck becomes blue after drinking the poison. So we'll start with chapter 8, which is about churning of the milk ocean. So the churning continues. We start with Shlok 1, Anilji.
Shri Shuka Vacha Pite Gare Brashankena Pritaste Amardanvaha Mamantustar Tarsa Sindhum Havirdhani Tato Bhavat. Sukadev Goswami continued, upon Lord Shiva's drinking the poison, both the demigods and the demons, being very pleased, began to churn the ocean with renewed vigor. As a result of this, there appeared a cow known as Surabhi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So as the churning continued, says Havirdhani. Havirdhani is a Surbhi guy. Yeah. As we have heard about the Surbhi guy. Yeah. And Surbhi guy appeared. So a nice purport. Let's read this. Shivanand Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. The Surbhi cow is described as Havirdhani, the source of butter. Butter, when clarified by melting, produces ghee or clarified butter, which is inevitably necessary for performing great ritualistic sacrifices, as stated in Bhagavad Gita 18.5. Yagna dana tapah karma na tyajyama karyam evatat. Sacrifice, charity, and austerity are essential to keep human society perfect in peace and prosperity. Yagna, the performance of sacrifice is essential. To perform yagna, clarified butter is absolutely necessary, and to get clarified butter, milk is necessary. Milk is produced when there are sufficient cows. Therefore, in Bhagavad Gita 18.44, cow protection is recommended. Krishi go raksha Gyam Vaishya Karma Sabhav Jam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Rinaji?
Yes, yeah. Tamagnihoत्री mrishyo jagrirhu brahmanuvadina yagyasya devayanasya medhyaya havishe nripa. O King Parikshit, great sages who were completely aware of the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies took charge of that Surabhi cow, which produced all the yogurt, milk, and ghee absolutely necessary for offering oblations into the fire. They did this just for the sake of pure ghee, which they wanted for the performance of sacrifices to elevate themselves to the higher planetary systems up to Brahmaloka. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, what it says is the sages, the rishis, right, who knew the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies, yeah, Jagat Brahmavadina, and so they did the for the performance of sacrifices, they took the Surbi cow essentially, and the goal is by doing that one can go up to higher planetary systems known as up to the Brahmalok. As we know, Brahmalok is the highest planet in this universe. There are 14 planets, right? And Brahmalok is the highest, where Lord Brahmaji resides. Tata uche shava nama ayova bhuchandra pandurah tasmin balihai spriham chakren indra ishvara sikshaya. Therefore, a horse named Uche Srava, which was as white as the moon, was generated. Bali Maharaj desired to possess this horse, and Indra, the king of heaven, did not protest, for he had previously been so advised by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah, says here Ishwar Sikshaya. So to Indra Maharaj, he didn't bother to take the Uche Srava, which is the horse, yeah, white as the moon, was generated. Bali Maharaj took the position of the horse. Anilji?
tat eravato nam varnendro vinirgataha dantaischturvihi shvetadreharnbhava bhagavato mahim. As the next result of the churning, the king of elephants named Airavat was generated. This elephant was white, and with its 4 tusks it defied the glories of Kailash mountain, the glorious abode of Lord Shiva. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, says the churning of the ocean continues. Now the Airavata was generated. Yeah. Shiva Prabhu?
Eravana Dashyatavastau Diggaj Abhavanstata Abhramu Prabhrityoshto Cha Karinyashtava Bhavanapri. Thereafter, O king, 8 great elephants which could go in any direction were generated. They were headed by Ravana. 8 she-elephants headed by Abharamu were also generated. Hare Krishna. प्रभु जी आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
हाँ नहीं, sorry Prabhu, sorry, I think got cut. Yeah, sorry. We continue. Reena ji?
Kaustubhakyam bhudratnam padmarago mahodadhe tasmin mano spriham chakre vaksho alankarane hari tato abhavat parijatah suryaloka vibhushanam puriyatyarthino yogarthe shaswat bhuvi yatha bhavan. Generated thereafter from the great ocean were the celebrated gems Kaustubh Mani and Padmaragmani. Lord Vishnu, to decorate his chest, desired to possess them. Generated next was the Parijat flower, which decorates the celestial planets. O king, as you fulfill the desires of everyone on this planet by fulfilling all ambitions, the Parijat fulfills the desires of everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so even the Kostub money, yeah, Tasmin Mano, you got the Kostub money and Padrago, yeah, those money were generated. And of course, the Kostub money is taken by Lord Vishnu to decorate. Yeah. Anilji?
Yeah. ततश्चाविर्भूत साक्षात् श्री रमा भगवत्परा रज्जन्ति जयन्ती दिशा कांत्या विद्युत सोदामणि यथा. Then there appeared the goddess of fortune, Rama, who is absolutely dedicated to being enjoyed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. She appeared like electricity, surpassing the lightning that might illuminate a marble mountain. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so Rama, Sri Lakshmi ji, is kind of comes out of the churning of ocean. And Shri Prabhu?
tat shachiv virabhuta sachat Shri Rama Bhagwatpara Rajyayanti Disha Kantya Vidyut Saudamani Yatha. Then there appeared the goddess of fortune, Rama, who is absolutely dedicated to being enjoyed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. She appeared like electricity, surpassing the lightning that might illuminate a marble mountain. Hare Krishna.
Are you reading from somewhere else, Prabhuji?
No, I'm 8.8. Yeah, I'm reading from my laptop.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, we are, that's fine. We are 8.8.
889? Oh, sorry.
That's
Should I
okay.
read it? Okay.
Yeah, you can read again. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Tasya chakruha spriham sarve sasura surmanavaha rupodar vayo varnamahima shipta chetasa. Because of her exquisite beauty, her bodily features, her youth, her complexion, and her glories, everyone, including the demigods, the demons, and the human beings, desired her. They were attracted because she is the source of all opulences. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Rinaji?
तस्या आसनुमानिन्ये महेन्द्रो महद्भुतं मूर्तिमत्य सरिक्षेष्ठा हेमकुम्भैर्जलं शुचि. The king of heaven, Indra, brought a suitable sitting place for the goddess of fortune. All the rivers of sacred waters, such as the Ganges and Yamuna, personified themselves, and each of them brought pure water in golden water pots for Mother Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. अभिषेचनिका भूमि राहरत सकलोषधि गावः पंच पवित्राणि वसंतो मधुमाधवो. The land became a person and collected all the drugs and herbs needed for installing the deity. The cows delivered 5 products, namely milk, yogurt, ghee, urine, and cow dung and spring. Personified, collected everything produced in spring during the months of Chaitra and Vaishakh, April and May. Anilji?
ऋष्या कल्पयाञ्चक्राभिषेकं यथा विधि जगुर्भद्राणि गन्धर्वा नटयक्ष ननृतुर्जगुः. The great sages performed the bathing ceremony of the goddess of fortune as directed in the authorized scriptures. The Gandharvas chanted all auspicious Vedic mantras, and the professional women dancers were nicely danced and sang authorized songs prescribed in the Vedas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Shiva Prabhu?
So Prabhuji, so Lourdes Rama is Ma Lakshmi, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Rama Devi is Sri Lakshmi. Yeah.
So, okay. 13.
She's an avatar of Sri Lakshmi.
She's avatar of?
Lakshmi.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Megha Mrid Dung Panvamur Jan Kago Mukhan Vyanadayan Shandavenu Vinash Tumulani Swana. The clouds in personified form beat various types of drums known as Mridanga, Panavas, Murajas, and Anakas. They also blew conch shells and bugles known as gomukhas and played flutes and stringed instruments. The combined sound of these instruments was tumultuous. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jinaji?
ततो अभिशेषे चतुर्देवीं शिचुर्देवीं श्रियं पद्मकरां सतीं दिगिभा पूर्णकलशे सूक्तवाक्यैर्दिजेरिते. Thereafter, the great elephants from all the directions carried big water jugs full of Ganges water and bathed the goddess of fortune to the accompaniment of Vedic mantras chanted by learned Brahmanas. While thus being bathed, the goddess of fortune maintained her original style with a lotus flower in her hand, and she appeared very beautiful. The goddess of fortune is the most chaste, for she does not know anyone but the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
समुद्र पीत कोशे वाससी समुपाहरत वरुण स्त्रजम वेजंतिम मधुना मदषट पदाम. The ocean, which is the source of all valuable jewels, supplied the upper and lower portions of a yellow silken garment. The predominating deity of the water, Varun, presented flower garlands surrounded by 6-legged bumblebees drunken with honey. Yeah. Says here, when bathing the deity in the Abhishek ceremony with various liquids such as milk, honey, yogurt, ghee, cow dung, and cow urine, it is customary to supply yellow garments. In this way, the Abhishek ceremony for the goddess of fortune was performed according to the regular Vedic principles. Anilji?
Bhushanani Vijitrani Vishwakarma Prajapati Haram Saraswati Padmajo Nagascha Kundale. Vishwakarma, one of the Prajapatis, supplied varieties of decorated ornaments. The goddess of learning Saraswati supplied a necklace. Lord Brahma supplied a lotus flower, and the inhabitants of Nagalok supplied earrings. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Shiva Prabhu?
Yeah. Tatah kritasvastyanotpalas jam nadad duirefam parigraha panina chachal vakratam shukpol kundalam savridhansam dadhiti shubhobhanam. Thereafter, Mother Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, having been properly celebrated with an auspicious ritualistic ceremony, began moving about, holding in her hand a garland of lotus flowers which were surrounded by humming bumblebees. Smiling with shyness, her cheeks decorated by her earrings, she looked extremely beautiful. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Rinali?
सनद्वयं चाति कृशोदरी समं निरन्तरं चन्दन कुङ्कुमोक्षतं ततस्ततो नूपुरवल्गुषिञ्जिते विसर्पति हेमलतेव सा बभौ. Her two breasts, which were symmetrical and nicely situated, were covered with sandalwood pulp and kumkum powder, and her waist was very thin. As she walked here and there, her ankle bells jingling softly, she appeared like a creeper of gold. Hare Krishna.
Lokayanti nirvadya atmanam padam dhruvam chavyabhichari sadgunam gandharva siddha surayaksharanam Prepistapeyadishu nanavan vindata. While walking among the Gandhars, Yakshas, Asuras, Siddhas, Charnas, and denizens of heaven, Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, was scrutinizingly examining them, but she could not find anyone naturally endowed with all good qualities. None of them was devoid of faults, and therefore she could not take shelter of any of them. Anilji?
नूनं तपो यस्य न मन्युनिर्जयो ज्ञानं क्वचित् तच्च न सङ्गवर्जितं कश्चिन्न महास्तस्य न कामनिर्जयः स ईश्वरः किं परतो व्यपाश्रयः. The goddess of fortune, examining the assembly, thought in this way: someone who has undergone great austerity has not yet conquered anger. Someone possesses knowledge, but he has not conquered material desires. Someone is very great personality, but he cannot conquer lusty desires. Even a great personality depends on something else. How they can be the supreme controller? Hare Krishna. आपकी आवाज नहीं आई थी. मुझे पढ़ना है?
हाँ, मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ.
Oh, okay.
Here is an attempt to find the supreme controller or Ishvara. Everyone may be accepted as an Ishvara or controller, but still such controllers are controlled by others. For example, one may have undergone severe austerities, but still be under the control of anger. By a scrutinizing analysis, we find that everyone is controlled by something else. No one, therefore, can be true controller but the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. This is supported by the Shastras. Ishvara Paramaha Krishna. The Supreme Controller is Krishna. Krishna is never controlled by anyone, for he is the controller of everyone. Sarva Karana Karanam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा. सॉरी, मैं कहीं चला गया था. धर्मः क्वचित्र तत्र न भूत सौहृदम त्यागः क्वचित्र तत्र न मुक्ति कारणम वीर न पुंसो असत्य यज्वेगानिष्कृतम न हि द्वितीयो गुण संगवर्जितः. Someone may possess full knowledge of religion, but is still not kind of all living entities. In someone, whether human or demigod, there may be renunciation, but that is not the cause of liberation. Someone may possess great power and yet unable to check the power of eternal time. Someone else may have renounced attachment to the material world, yet he cannot compare to Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, No one is completely freed from the influence of the material mode of nature. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So what is actually being mentioned is that everyone here, irrespective of how high they are on the planets, right? And how high they are on the renunciation, they are still somehow or other are impacted by the material modes of nature. Of course, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, is beyond all this Satogun, Rajogun, and Tamogun, is what is being mentioned. And actually, nice purpose. Let's read this. Anilji?
Yeah. The statement dharma kvachit tatra na bhuta subhradam is very important in this verse. We actually see that there are many Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, and religionists of other cults who adhere to their religious principles very nicely, but are not equal to all living entities. Indeed, although they profess to be very religious, they kill poor animals. Such religion has no meaning. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.8 says, Dharma swanusthita pumsam vishwasena kathasu yah notapadhyayad yadi ratim shrama eva hi kevalam. One may be very expert in following the religious principles of his own sect, but if he has no tendency to love the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his observance of religious principles is simply a waste of time. One must develop a sense of loving Vasudeva. Vasudeva Sarvam Iti Sa Mahatma Sudurlava Lava. The sign of a devotee is that he is a friend to everyone. Shubhradam Sarva Bhutanam. A devotee will never allow a poor animal to be killed in the name of religion. This is the difference between a superficially religious person and a devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We find that there have been many great heroes in history, but they could not escape from the cruel hands of death. Even the greatest hero cannot escape from the ruling power of the Supreme Personality of Godhead when Krishna comes as death. That is described by Krishna himself. Mrityu sarva harasam chaham. The Lord appearing as death takes away a hero's so-called power. Even Hiranyakashipu could not be saved when Nrsimhadev appeared before him as death. One's material strength is nothing before the strength of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Sure, Prabhu.
Yurna hi shil mandagalama kvachit tadpayasti na vedhamayushah yatro bhayam kutra cha mandagalam galah shumandagalah kach na khandeshate hi mama. Someone may have longevity, but not have auspiciousness or good behavior. Someone may have both auspiciousness and good behavior, but the duration of life is not fixed. Although such demigods as Lord Shiva have eternal life, they have inauspicious habits like living in crematoriums, and even if others are well qualified in all respects, they are not devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sachin.
Hare Krishna. Evam vimrushya vyabhichari sadgune varam निजय का श्रयतया गुणाश्रयम वव्रे वरम सर्वगुण गुणैरपेक्षितम रमा मुकुंदम निरपेक्षम मीपस्तम. Sukhadev Goswami continued, In this way, after full deliberation, the goddess of fortune accepted Mukunda as her husband because although he is independent and not in want of her, he possesses all transcendental qualities and mystic powers and is therefore the most desirable. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So finally, Rama Devi coming out of the churning ocean and accepting Mukunda. Yeah, Lord Vishnu has. Yeah.
प्रभु जी, ये मुकुंदा नाम का कोई स्पेशल अर्थ है?
मुकुंद कृष्ण भगवान का नाम है।
हाँ, वो पता है, लेकिन उसका कोई मतलब, चाहे डज मुकुंद, मतलब व्हाट इज द मतलब इटिमोलॉजी बिहाइंड मुकुंदा?
हाँ, नहीं होना चाहिए मुकुंद का मतलब।
चलिए, कोई बात नहीं, अपन बाद में देख लेंगे।
I think we'll take it up, but yeah, definitely
Yeah.
there is some meaning of Mukund, right? Say Krishna itself means all attractive.
Yes, 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 yes.
So like that, every name of Krishna Bhagavan has a meaning. Mukund, yeah, we'll take it
Yeah,
up.
we'll, yes, yes, sure.
Reena ji? Oh, sorry. Ajay?
Yeah. तस्याम संदेश उष्टि नव कंजमालाम माद्यन्म माद्यन्म ध्रुवत ध्रुवत वरुथ 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 गिरो पद्युष्टाम तस्थौ निधाय निकटे तदुरः स्वधाम सव्रींग हास विक सन्न यनेन याता. Approaching the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the goddess of fortune placed upon his shoulders the garland of newly grown lotus flowers, which was surrounded by the humming bumblebees searching for honey. Then, expecting to get a place on the bosom of the Lord, she remained standing by his side. Her face is smiling in shyness. Hare Krishna.
Sachin?
तस्याः श्रिय स्त्रीजगतो जनको जनन्या वक्षो निवासम करोत् परमं विभूतेः श्रीं स्वां प्रजाः सकरुणेन निरीक्षणेन यत्र स्थितयत् साधिपति श्रीलोकान्. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is the father of the three worlds, and his bosom is the residence of Mother Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, the proprietor of all opulences. The goddess of fortune, by her favorable and merciful glance, can increase the opulence of the three worlds along with their inhabitants and their directors and the demigods. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. So, yeah. If you go to the Tirupati Balaji Mandir, you will see Sri Lakshmi ji on the Vakshasthal of Venkateshwar Bhagavan, right?
Yeah.
Anil ji?
Yeah. Shankha Turya Mrudanganam Vaditranam Prathustanah Devanuganam Sastrinam Nattam Gayatam Bhut. The inhabitants of Gandharv Lok and Charan Lok then took the opportunity to play their musical instruments, such as conch shells, bugles, and drums. They began dancing and singing along with their wives. Hare Krishna.
Shivanand Prabhu?
Braha Rudra Digro Mukhya Sarve Vishwasrijo Vibhuma Idire Vit Thermantrasta Lidagah Pushp Varshinah. Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, the great sage Angira, and similar directors of universal management showered flowers and chanted mantras indicating the transcendental glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Sachin?
Shriyav Lokita Devaha Sa Prajapatayah Prajaha Shila Diguna Sampanna Lebhire Nivrittim Param. All the demigods, along with the Prajapatis and their descendants, being blessed by Lakshmi Ji's glance upon them, were immediately enriched with good behavior and transcendental qualities. Thus, they were very much satisfied. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Nih Sattva Lolupa Rajan Nirodyaga Gat Trapaha Yada Chopekshita Lakshabhya Babhur Babhurva Daitin Danava. O king, because of being neglected by the goddess of fortune, the demons and Rakshasas were depressed, bewildered, and frustrated, and thus they became shameless. Hare Krishna.
Asit Varuni Devi Kanya Kamallochana Asura Jugrihistam Ve Hare Nu Matenate. Next appeared Varuni, the lotus-eyed goddess who controls drunkards. With the permission of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, the demons, headed by Bali Maharaj, took possession of this young girl. Anilji?
Hodhemartatya Manat Kashyapair Mृतार्थिvi Udatishthan Maharaja Purusha Paramadbhutah. O king, thereafter, while the sons of Kashyapa, both demons and demigods, were engaged in churning the ocean of milk, a very wonderful male person appeared. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So what is being mentioned so far is how the churning of ocean is producing one by one, different things. And so finally, a wonderful male person, it says here, Purusha Param Adbhute appeared. Shiva Prabhu?
Yeah. Dirg Pivar Dor Dandaha Kambu Grivorune Shanaha Shyamlastarunaha Shragvi Sarva Bharan Bhushita. He was strongly built, his arms were long, stout, and strong. His neck, which was marked with 3 lines, resembled a conch shell. His eyes were reddish, and his complexion was blackish. He was very young. He was garlanded with flowers, and his entire body was fully decorated with various ornaments. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Rinaji? Rinaji?
Okay. Hello, yeah. I was unable to join now. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. You asked me to read?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Pitvasa Mahoraskah Sumristmani Kundalaha Snigdha Kunchitakeshant Subhagaha Singha Vikramaha Amrita Purnakalasam Vibhrata Valaya Bhushitaha. He was dressed in yellow garments and wore brightly polished earrings made of pearls. The tips of his hair were anointed with oil, and his chest was very broad. His body had all good features. He was stout and strong like a lion, and he was decorated with bangles. In his hand, he carried a jug filled to the top with nectar. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So how a strong man appears from churning of the ocean. Ajay?
Savai Bhagavata Saksha Vishnu Rashansh Sambhavaha Dhanvanti Ririt Khyat Ayurved Drigajya Bhak. The person was Dhanvantari, a planetary portion of a plenary portion of Lord Vishnu. He was very conversant with the science of medicine, and one of the demigods. He was permitted to take a share in sacrifices. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So who appeared is Dhanvantari appeared. Yeah. Who is the Anshik Avatar? Anshik Avatar of Lord Vishnu himself. And I think let's just read this section. Sachin.
Srila Madhavacharya remarks, Tesham Satyacha Kalantaram Ratham Harir Dhanavantarer Vibhu Samarthopi Asuranam tu Swahastad Amuchat Sudham. Dhanvantari, who was carrying the jug containing nectar, was a plenary incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead. But although he was very strong, the Asuras were able to take the jug of nectar from his hands. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So I think we'll pause here. But what we are reading is now after churning of ocean, so many things appeared. And then finally, Dhanvantari appeared with a jug of nectar. And even though he was very strong, the demons take that away. So I think what we are going to read continuously, what happens once the nectar is out, right? From the Samudra Manthan, churning of the ocean, Kshir Sagar. So we'll pause here. And as we know, it's a Shravan month. So today we are going to hear Rudrastakam. Yeah. We'll hear Rudrastakam. It's around 7 to 8 minutes. So we'll just go a little bit over time. But very nice Rudrastakam sung by Ramesh Bhai Oja. Yeah. And Shivanand Prabhu, you had the question about Mukund, right? So Mukund means granting liberation. So by reciting name of Mukund, the Mukund Bhagwan means he can grant the liberation moksha. That's what Mukund means. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay. Krishna. So we'll hear the Rudrastakam now. Sorry.
Shri Rudrashtakam Namami Shamishan Nirvana Rupam Vibhum Vyapakam Brahma Veda Swarupam Shami
प्रचण्डं प्रकृष्टं प्रगल्भं परेशम् अखण्डम् अजं भानुकोटिप्रकाशं त्रयः शूलनिर्मूलनं शूलपाणिं भजेऽहं भवानी पतिं भावगम्यम्
नमामि शमीशान् निर्वाणरूपं विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपम्
कलातीतकल्याणकल्पान्तकारी सदा सज्जनानन्ददाता पुरारी चिदानन्दसन्दोहमोहापहारी प्रसीद प्रसीद प्रभो मन्मथारी न यावत् उमानाथपादारविन्दं भजन्ति लोके परे वा नराणां न तावत् सुखं शान्तिसन्तापनाशं प्रसीद प्रभो सर्वभूताधिवासम्
नमामि शमीशान् निर्वाणरूपं विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपम्
न जानामि योगं जपं नैव पूजां न तोऽहं सदा सर्वदा शम्भुतुभ्यं जराजन्मदुःखौघताताप्यमानं प्रभो पाहि आपन्नमामीश शम्भो
नमामि शमीशान् निर्वाणरूपं विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपं विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपं विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपम्
ये रमेश भाई ओझा जी ने गाया था क्या?
हाँ हाँ, ये सब शिव जी भगवान के सारे काफी रमेश भाई ओझा जी ने गाए हैं। दुर्गा माता के और शिव जी भगवान के काफी सारे रुद्राष्टकम, शिव महिमा, सब रमेश भाई ओझा के गाए। और जो अपन भीष्म स्तुति जो उनकी सुनते हैं वो तो बहुत ही जबरदस्त। भीष्म पितामह की स्तुति रमेश भाई ओझा ने जबरदस्त गाई हुई। या
His voice is pretty distinct actually. So.
हाँ हाँ, और बहुत ही डीप है।
हाँ, right, right.
ही रन्स अपनी वैदिक स्कूल चलाते हैं वहाँ पे
हाँ,
वास्तव में।
right.
काफी लोग मतलब कीप्स द लो प्रोफाइल बट काफी सारे उनके स्कूल से निकलते हैं अच्छे
कहाँ
वे।
पे, कहाँ है स्कूल ये?
इनकी सौराष्ट्र में है प्रभु जी।
सौराष्ट्र। अच्छा,
इसका नाम ध्यान नहीं आ रहा मुझे। रमेश भाई अगर सर्च करेंगे तो मिल जाएगी।
ओके।
सदानंद ऐसे कुछ तो भी नाम है।
ओके।
या प्रीटी फेमस स्कूल बट काफी लोग वहाँ पे मतलब प्योर वेद पुराण और वही सिखाते हैं पूरा। और वो रमेश भाई ओझा सिखाते हैं। ही इज लाइक अमेजिंग।
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड।
या Chalo, so nice. I think Shravan month hai, so I thought we'll hear some, Shivji Bhagwan ki stuti. And then we'll see you tomorrow at 9:30. Yeah, we'll see what happens once Amrit is out of the ocean.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.